Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to my January free card class video where I show you what products that I use. These are unique products. They were semi-exclusive and I fell in love with them, and I decided to make them part of my January free card class because I wanted to share in it for those of you that may not have taken opportunity to purchase the 12 Days of Crafting Advent calendar. So this video will show how I put the cards together so that if you like watching videos, when you get your card kit in the mail, it'll be real easy for you guys to put together. Advantage of this month's kit is if you don't have the stamp set, that's okay. The cards can pretty much be applied to any type of stamp sets that you guys may have on hand. So the stamp words that I used, again, comes from the 12 Days of the Crafting Advent calendar. If you've not seen any demonstrator videos, now I did not open up my box ahead of time. I waited for the 12 days because I wanted to be surprised, but I know a lot of other demonstrators did videos with the sneak peeks, and I took a couple peeks, but then I decided not to. But this paper is really, really gorgeous, and again, that's why I'm doing this, is because I want to share in it. Now, this is all that I have left because I have been using it. It is single-sided, is not double-sided, but it's still beautiful, and it coordinates well with the stamp set. There's other things that came in the 12 days that I'm not using for this month. I'm not going to show you, but I just wanted to share. They gave a whole bag of gold specked embellishments. Now you're going to have to put mini dot to it, and part of the kit I'm going to be sending some of this home with you. It'll be put in a plastic bag for all of the cards so that you don't lose them. But I wanted to go ahead. There's so many here, and it's so pretty. I know the camera is not going to do it justice as to how much sparkle is in it, but you guys will be getting some of this too. And then the die cut is that I use. There's different ones here, different sizes. I think you guys can see that. You'll see it in the cards. And then all of these die cuts with the flowers, the butterfly, the leaves. There's even a rainbow. I've not cut this one out yet, so I'm kind of curious how that's going to work. But it was fun. I really enjoyed it, and I certainly would do it again. I probably would still be surprised because I like to be surprised sometimes when it's a good surprise, right? All right, so I'm going to bring over the stuff that I need for the first card. I like to do these videos so that you can also see what is expected in your kit. I don't usually make mistakes, but you know, I am human, so you just never know. You know, that I may forget to put something in there. Obviously, if I do, you know, don't hesitate. You just reach out to me and I'll take care of it. But I'm pretty careful about it. But I think it's a good idea for you guys to see what comes in your kit. All right, so the first card, you get all these pieces. The envelope's going to come to you already embossed. There we go. I think you guys can see it's embossed. And the card base will come to you cut and scored. And you're going to get a piece of scrap. I don't know what the length's going to be. You don't need a whole lot, but it'll be a piece of scrap. It'll give you enough, you know, that if you make a mistake stamping, there's plenty of room there. You're going to get a piece of ribbon, and then you're going to get this flower that will overlap like this, and when we get to it, I'll show you how to do it. But you're going to get two pieces. One is enclosed, which I think you can see, and then the other one is where, there we go, where it's opened. All right, so you get that. Then you're going to get 3 pieces of the yellow card stock, card base, oh my goodness, card stock. And then that DSP, like I said, it's not double-sided, but this is probably my favorite one. Now, you know, depending on my number of orders, I've got coordinating paper that will match, so you know, I may have to substitute, but you guys will still be happy with it. And then this die cut leaf will also come to you. Okay, and then a small piece, which this is actually for the inside, and then the front I think you guys can see, is also will come to you embossed. Okay, so let's get started with some stamping. We do have a couple things here to stamp. Bring over my piercing mats. And I got to remember how I'm doing this. Let's see, I think I'm going this way. Yes, I'm going to go this way. You know, sometimes I put these together and then I walk away and it's like, no, that's not what I'm doing. I'm going to do it this way. I walk away and then it's like, oh, I forget what I was going to do. All right, so we're going to go ahead and stamp. This is the inside. I don't have any inside sentiments yet because I really wasn't sure what I was going to do. But I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and decorate the inside because, you know, I always got to decorate the inside. So, again, the stamp set is from those 12 days of Christmas. If you have it, that's great. You can certainly use it. I'm going to ink it up, my stamp with the flower, and just, I like to go off the page. Nice even press. And I love that it is not a, I'm going to call it a clean, crisp stamp. I just love that. So that, you know, if you do make mistakes, it looks like it was intentional. I like that. All right, we're going to stamp the center of the flower. Ink that up. Just right in there. No rhyme or reason. It's actually a little flower, but I kind of like it. I pulled the wrong stamp. It should have been an actual inside flower, but I used the little flower, which I know you guys probably can't see it. I kind of like it. Well, that was a good mistake, right? All right, so then the outside, I need a sentiment. Bring this over, and let's see. I'm going to do, what was I going to do? Birthday wishes. I'm going to need some birthday cards already. Is that not crazy? And nice even press. Let's see, go over here. This is definitely a long piece of scrap, but that's all right. All right, I think we are done stamping, so I'm going to move that out of the way. I know some of the colors I'm going to need again, but I'll bring those back over. All right, so we are done. Bring my piercing mat. Okay, so let me fold. Now, the card base will come to you, obviously, inside the envelope. You'll need, it'll be folded, but you need to still give it a good burnish, because I just don't do that. I just fold it and put it in the envelope. All right, so we're gonna go, what am I doing? We're going this way. Let's go ahead and glue this in. I just want to put that right there. Oops, I forgot to check my glue before turning the video on. So the way you can earn my free class kits is by placing a minimum order of $45. If you could do that by 26 January, that would be great. You'll get each of these kits in the mail to you, and when you spend over $75, I'll also send you a pack of embellishments, and it also qualifies you to get the exclusive product of the month for only $5 through Stampin' Up. And I know I've mentioned it before, but the way the product of the month works is when you spend the $75, it unlocks a exclusive product that you can get for just $5. So it's a pretty cool thing to get. Now this I'm just going to glue flat, but you can certainly pop it up if you want to. But I'm just going to go ahead and glue it flat. But anyways, I will send the kits to you towards the end of the month, and I will also email you a written tutorial that lists all of the products used and the cut measurements, so that you can certainly refer back to this kit and make multiples. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these together. I'm going to go ahead and glue that flower. Just thought this piece was so pretty. the daisies. So cheerful. Cheerful card for January. I thought was also appropriate. Start looking forward to spring, even though I know lots of people have got snow. We've been fortunate. We got some rain. Maybe a little too much rain, but we did get some rain. It's always good to get ready for our spring. My garden will love it anyways. Now, I'm just going to glue these flat. Like so. And then this flower, now you could use a mini dot, but I'm just going to go ahead and glue it flat. And I'm just going to stagger it. There's no right way for it to fit. So don't feel like you need to get it staggered completely, because it won't. So just kind of offset it just a little bit. I think you guys can see it. All right, we are done. I'm going to put those with mini dots. Sorry, not mini dots, dimensionals. And let me bring this. Let's do a swap. Okay. So this is what I want to do. I want to lay it. I'm just going to lay it flat, creating a, what is that, diamond. And then I go on both ends. Now, you can decide whether or not you want it over, hanging over. I want it within. And then in the center, like so. That is so pretty. I love those colors. All right. And I actually think I'm going to do these flat, and I'm going to pop that up. I think that's what I'm going to do. I changed my mind. I was going to pop everything up. But when I started looking at that, I thought, would that be pretty? All the texture going on. I think that'll be great. So just make sure you got diamond shape, if that's what you want. I mean, you don't necessarily have to. You can make it square going across. And it will overlap. Let's see, go up just a little bit. I actually used the lines on this embossed piece to help me line it up, so that's a good thing to do. Let me close up my glue. And then this one's going to be dimensionals, and I only have small ones here. I'm going to do like that. You put as many dimensionals as you want. Put one in the middle. Oh, there's my large dimensionals. I couldn't see it. But there it is, right smack in front of me. All right, so I'm just going to center it. Just evenly spacing it out. Voila. Oh, that looks so pretty. I love, love, love that. All right, so what I want to do is this ribbon will come to you. I don't know what the length is, but you just fold it in half like so. Probably the easiest thing to do is get a mini dot on here and then attach it here so that you know where to place it. Will probably be the easiest. So let me get my mini dots. Oops. Oh, this one. Mini dots are on this piece instead of this. It was just sticking to me. All right, so I'm just going to get mini dot. Actually, I'm going to put one. I don't know. Put it right inside so that it'll close and stay closed. Like so. All right, so then I'm just going to just put it somewhere in the middle. That's fine, doesn't matter. Your tails are going to be long enough that if you don't like it, there's definitely room to cut it. So this is what I was thinking was that. And then I want to put the banner there. So I'm going to cut that off. But I'm going to leave a little bit of room here to tuck it in. which one did I use? I think it's this one. I can shorten this a little bit. You just want to make sure that you don't trim real close, because you'll need to tuck it in underneath the flower and you'll hide the letter B if you do that. So just, you know, be aware. Just tuck it in there just like that. Like that. I like that. All right, so I'm going to use another dot. Now you can glue it. I'm just using mini dots right now just for placement, so that I can see what I'm doing. Oops, and it's going to be just like that. So everything's in there. Now I'll glue all this down, but that's kind of a trick. You can use your mini dots to kind of help place it, and if you don't like it, you can always take it apart. It's a lot easier when you're using the mini dots instead of, you know, big old thing of glue. And then this one I think I want right there. So he needs to go with a mini dot. Now, I don't always do it this way, but I found on this particular card it was just easier to do it. And quite honestly, I don't know why. It might be because I'm using such small pieces. All right, so I'm just, oops, just sticking it in there. Here we go. All right, now I am ready to actually tack all this down. And I'm going to glue that, and I'm going to put a little mini dot. Sorry, I keep saying mini dot because I've been using mini dots, a dimensional. We're going to put it right in there, I think, right on top of that piece that I used the mini dot. And then just a little bit of glue there on that ribbon. The ribbon's not going anywhere, that is for sure. And then get this out of the way. Now you can put glue down the whole thing, but it's not necessary. All right, and just line it up like so. There you go. Cute. Now I'm going to bring over I just put some in here. I don't even know if I have enough of the gold. Now, like I said, it's not, the back doesn't have any stickiness, so you're going to have to add it to a mini dot. And I want to put one in the middle of the flower. Close this before they go everywhere. But you'll be getting more than just what you need, you know, just in case you want to put them elsewhere. Sticking out just a little bit. Let me tuck in that mini dot underneath. Oh, that's so pretty. I know the camera is not doing it justice on how much glitter that gold is, but that is just so, so pretty. All right, that is card number 1. Really cute. I really love it. I love, love, love that DSP. I hope you guys enjoy it too. All right, so this is card number 1. Put this out of the way. All right, let me clean up my space here just a little bit so I can bring card number 2. Bring this over, see what we got going here. I don't remember what stamp set I'm using here. Let's see. I think, all right. So this card number 2 will have an envelope flap that will come to you already embossed, just like the first one. This is a new embossing folder, and you'll see it on another card, because I did it on a for the front, but I really, really like it. It's definitely unique. Definitely that. All right, so card base will come to you cut and scored. This is the inside. Whoops, all these pieces. This is the inside, and then, no, is that the inside? Sorry, This is the front. Sorry. You're going to get 4 pieces of the basic black. Let me just line this up over here. I think it'd be easier for me. And then you're going to get 4 pieces of DSP, 2 each, right? Same pattern. You're going to get inside. This is just a piece of scrap. Not sure what size you're going to end up getting, but it's just going to be in there if you so choose to put it right there. It's kind of my new craze that I've been doing. And then piece of scrap for your sentiment. And then here's that die cut piece that I showed you that came from the 12 days. It's really cute. I guess a postage stamp. And then a piece for the outside. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and fold and burnish this. And I think we're only doing stamping on this piece. So to help, let's see, how do I want to do this? Yeah, I always do it different, right? All right, so it's going to go like that. Let me go ahead and glue some of these pieces down together, so it'll help me keep track of what I am doing. All right, so we're going to glue these down. And, you know, if you want, you can use the back side. But I wanted this because I wasn't sure who was going to be getting this card. And you can certainly send it to a guy. It's not going to be girly if you want. If you want to use this side. I'm just gluing these pieces down. Now I have a real thin border. I just like that look. If you don't like it, you like more of the cardstock to show, then just cut down the DSP if you like that look. But, it's just a lot of colors going on, and I thought just a little bit of the basic black is really all that it needed. But, you know, that's just personal preference. So I'm just gluing these down. Let me go ahead and glue this one down. Yeah, let me go ahead and glue that. I don't think I'm going to... Too late now, I glued it down. I was thinking about using dimensionals, but I think it'll be all right. All right, so this one we need to stamp. I made a little bit of room at least. All right, so we need, what was I going to use? Birthday wishes again. So ink that up. Just center it. Nice even press. Yeah, that worked. Worked using the piercing mat. I'm sorry, not piercing mat, silicone mat. All right, I'm done stamping. Get that out of the way. Scissors. All right, so I'm going to cut birthday wishes apart. Now you don't, well, you don't have to, but what I'm envisioning, I want to. That one, doing it kind of close. All right, so we need that one and that one. Trash. Okay, I think we're ready to put this together. All right, so I don't have the inside sentiment, but what I want to do is glue this flat. And then I want to put this off center. Now you can decide if you want the DSP on top of the basic white or if you want it off like that. I think I'm going to tuck it in. Just personal preference. It's kind of whatever suits you. All right, just centering it. And glue, oops. And like I said, this is just scrap, so I'm not sure, you know, what width you're going to get. I don't envision it being any wider, because I don't think it's going to look good being wider, but, you know, you never know. But it may be thinner. Oops, that's not straight. There we go. All right, that's the inside. Now we're going to work on the outside. This is just the basic white. I'm just going to center it down. I'm going flat. Oops. It's a little hard to tell with the black on the silicone. All right, so what I want to do is this, like so. And what I would focus on is probably lining up one side. And I'm just going to go ahead and do flat. This is a great candidate to use your dimensionals and pop it up. All right. There. Oops. That almost went flying. And then this way, whoops, and go up just a little bit. Trying to center the left side and then top and bottom. So that's okay if these get a little bit closer, because this piece here is gonna hide it. So it doesn't need to be exact all the way around. Oops. Good thing I put the lid on that one. Embellishments would have gone everywhere, although it wasn't that many in there, but still I'd have to go find it. And then this one. Oops, it's a little bit off there below. All right, so I want to use dimensionals and pop that up. Let's see. Now that I found my large, let me go ahead and get the large. I'm just going to use 4. I hope you guys enjoy this month's free card kits. They were fun designing it. I really loved, or I love, not, hasn't happened yet, but the fact that I'm able to share this gorgeous die cuts. And this paper is not from the 12 days, but the other ones are. So I want birthday, whoops, got to clean my tweezers. Birthday wishes. This is what I want to do. Like it, like it, like it. I'm just going to do flat. I can easily turn this into a Valentine's card. The colors are definitely there if you need Valentine cards. But I need birthday cards. All right, so now we are missing the bling. I love that. All right, so where am I going to put the bling? Let's stagger. Let's see. Kind of hard to tell. Let's see. The embellishments are just a tad smaller than the mini dot. So you might have to roll the mini dot a little bit. Okay. I'll put the lid on so I don't have those go flying. So, come on. So it's sticking out just a little bit. So just kind of rolling it back. Let's go there. Oh, you're coming off. Big one. I don't think I have any smaller mini dots. Wow, that's so pretty on that red, that gold. A lot prettier than what I had envisioned, that is for sure. See how that's a small embellishment. Just roll it back, it's all sticky. Try not to get a whole lot of my oils on that, but I'll do one down here. There we go. All right. Oh, I like that. I know the video is not showing how much bling there is with that gold, that glitter, but it's just really gorgeous. It opens up like that. All right, card number 2. All right, so let me bring over the stuff for card number 3. And this is the one where I told you about the embossing, the new embossing folder. So this one I want. Trying to remember. All right, so this envelope will come to you. The flap will come to you already scored with that new embossing folder. The card base will come to you cut and scored. Let me go ahead and just fold that in half. I know I'm changing it up, but it's getting in my way. And which way am I doing this? I'm doing it this way. All right, and then in the front, this is, oops, it's stuck. I got sticky on my tweezers. Will come to you already embossed, and I think you guys can see really, really pretty. So that'll be in the front. And then again, these are the die cuts from the 12 days. I guess it's postage. Is that what they call it? I don't know. And then this is probably my favorite DSP besides the daisies. It's a close first with those. You'll get that and then piece of white and then this die cut flower. And then I know you can't tell, but this is a piece of DSP from the 12 days. I know it looks like basic beige, but there is a print that's on there is of the leaves that's on there. All right, so what do we want to do? We want to, let me bring this over. Let's go ahead and glue this piece to here. Now, just a note, obviously when you emboss on a certain size, then it comes out a little bit shorter. Like this was cut at the exact same length, but when you flip it over, you can see that there's a little bit of that DSP hanging over. So, before you glue it down, you'll probably have to do a little bit of trimming. I think that made sense. Those of you that have done the embossing and then trying to put a piece of DSP on top have experienced it. And so you'll know what I mean. And I'm just putting it over to the left. I'm just winging it. I'm not even paying attention to what my margin is. And I can tell, that that's sticking out. So just trim it off. All right, so then that is ready to be glued on like so. And I am going to do that flat. And with this embossing folder, you'll probably have to put a little bit more glue than what you typically do. There's a lot of ridges, and you want to make sure that the paper cardstock adheres to your card base. If you do it flat. All right, just centering it. All right, now we're going to go ahead and forgot to stamp. Let me go ahead and stamp. I got carried away. Let me bring that over and stamp. Let's see, I need my ink. Again, this is from the 12 days, and it just says for someone extra special. But if you don't have the stamp set, you can find one that'll fit right in there. There's plenty of stamp sets that will fit in this little square. Perfect. Isn't it exciting when something stamps nice and clean? Just love it. I know you can't see me, but I'm smiling when that happens because I just absolutely love it. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and glue these pieces down. Just line it up. There's a piece sticking out. There we go. That one. So, so pretty. Oops, sorry. Hope that didn't hurt your ears. I didn't mean to slam my tweezers down. Kind of got away from me. I went to put it down and it just slipped out of my hands. That's a little crooked. All right, there we go. Now let's see what I want to do. The inside. All right. All right, inside, I had to stop and think. I saw that flower and I couldn't remember what I was going to do with it, but I think I remember. So just inside. Oops, let's go down just a little bit. There we go. And then I wanted to put the flower there. It needed something. I think that's what I wanted. There we go. And I'm going to put a little embellishment in there, but let's just finish with the front. So what I had envisioned was, again, diagonally. There's definitely a theme this month's cards. And then like so. That's what I wanted to do. I'm going to pop those up just because I think it would really be pretty. So let's use, really doesn't matter. I'm just going to use whatever I grab. Happens to be my small ones. All right. So just use dimensionals, probably 3 should do it. Oops, something got away. There we go. Looks like it's 2. Huh. That was strange. That was a double-decker. Just putting 3 on each, but you can put how many you want. Oops. All right, let me just take the backing off all of them. So again, to get this free card class kit in the mail, minimum $45 order through my online store, and I will send these kits to you at the end of the month, plus all the other stuff you get. It's kind of a cool deal. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put one there. Oops. The other DSP. Like so. And then this one, just kind of tuck it in. Like so. Oh, that's so, so pretty. Really, really like that. All right, I feel like we need a bling, but let's do the inside. So I was thinking of putting a small bling on the inside. Let me get that. I got one in here. There's one right in here. It's small enough that I don't think it's going to be any issues with bending or putting a hole in the card. But you definitely have to roll back. It's a big mini dot in comparison. I may not be doing a very good job. There we go. Oops, it stuck to me. No. Well, that's one way to get it off. There we go. I'll have to fix that. It's a little sticky, but I'm going to fix that. I'll fix that before I send it. All right. Me personally, I think it needs a little bling. What do you guys think? I think it needs some bling. I don't know what we got here. Let's see. We got here. I'm just laying it down so I can see what I'm doing. Here. That's upside down. Yeah. When you get it, you'll see. There, that's definitely upside down, but that's all right. Okay, yeah, it definitely needed bling. It needed something. All right, so let's go ahead and put this a mini dot. I mean, I guess you could use glue. I have used glue before. Is that upside down? But to me, a mini dot is just fine, except for the itty bitty little one. Maybe I should have used glue on that one. Let's see if I can pick it off. Pick tools come in handy. I'm learning to use it. It's my friend and not my enemy. There we go, that. And just kind of peel it off like a little spatula. Let's put you there. And then there. Ooh, I like it. So pretty. Whoever designed the kit did a nice job, I think. Kudos to them. All right, are we done? Card number 3. I think we did everything. All right, let me bring all these over so you guys can see. So this is card number 3. Let me clean off here. Opens up. I elected not to put sentiments this time, but obviously you can change it up. And it's card number 2. Opens up this way. And then card number 3. I'm not quite sure what my favorite is. I love them all for different reasons. Love the colors, and it's been a great kit for me to get. Definitely something I'll be using. So just a reminder, just place your order by 26 January, and I'll be happy to send these cards out to you. Obviously, the product of the month going on, take advantage of that, and the bonus days. The rest of this month, when you, I keep saying when, but it's really for every $50 you spend, and it's per order, they'll send you a $5 coupon for you to redeem next month. So it's really, January is really a good deal to take advantage of all the specials. So, but thank you for watching this. If you like this month's cards, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate the information. And as always, you guys have a wonderful week. Take care and happy stamping. Bye.